Age of Mythology was a huge part of my childhood. While researching this video, I learned that Age of Mythology was never as niche or underrated as it felt at the time. I just didn't know anyone else who played it when I did. Maybe there weren't a lot of 9-year-olds playing RTSs, or maybe I just hadn't met the right people at that point in time. Who knows? Regardless, Age of Mythology achieved much more success than I thought, and is still in the top 150 best-selling PC games of all time. In terms of sales, Age of Mythology is still the little brother of the Age of Empires franchise, a series that dominated the PC gaming scene on release, and has still not fallen off after 20 years. However, in many aspects, Age of Mythology is notably superior to its better-selling counterparts, with more dynamic and intricate gameplay, thanks to the addition of heroes and myth units. Aesthetically, it was beautiful and brighter in comparison to Age of Empires, as well as being the first 3D game of the series. It has iconic music, even the individual sound effects of each unit and building when you interact with them stuck in my head all these years.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έστω. Ναι, μάλιστα.
In fact, I don't think there is a single other PC game that holds more nostalgia for me. I recently re-downloaded the game after not playing at all for 10 years, and, on a whim, checked if anyone had tried speedrunning the game. I took a look at the leaderboards, and I was shocked. There were levels with bafflingly short world records, some of which were submitted as recently as the last 6 months. But, at the same time, the competition wasn't fierce enough to intimidate me. It was worth a try. I booted up the game, did a few runs on this level, and, within 10 attempts, got the world record. Inspired by this, I came up with a concept for this series and jumped headfirst into the challenge. My goal going into this was to learn the speedrunning strategies for each of the 32 campaign levels, with my final aim being to complete at least one full game speedrun, which would guarantee me a respectable placement, assuming I did it in under 8 hours. With all the introductions and explanations out of the way, let's just get into it. Today, and for the next few days, for this whole week, I will be trying to master Age of Mythology Easy Mode. Step 1, learn the strats. This is the beginning. This is day 1. Level 1 is more about optimizing small plays than anything else. There's no strat, no glitch, just play better and get a faster time. Level 2 is slightly different. Speedrunning level 2 uses arguably the most broken glitch in the game. The lure glitch. Lure. The
Lure.
glitch basically gives you infinite resources, but got fixed in newer versions. Turns out, I have a newer version. If I don't find a way to beat this quickly, my speedrun will be handicapped from the get-go. It's like entering a race, but instead of starting like this, you start like this. I ended up finding a solution that only put me 3 minutes behind world record. This is doable without glitch, and I believe I can prove it. But I realized that factors out of my control, like having a newer version of the game, could continue to affect how optimal my speedrun can be. Level 3 taught me an important lesson, which is to not always try to emulate a world record run detail for detail. Okay, alright, I have to restart the run this time. I didn't have time to get world record times on all 32 individual levels. I just needed the quicker strategies that also yielded consistent results. As you can see, trying to copy the speedrun exactly yielded consistent failures. RNG played a big role in getting this strat to work, and therefore it wasn't reliable, at least for me. Eventually, I tweaked some details, including not doing a risky bolt skip that could save about 30 seconds, but I found a consistent strategy. Level 4 presented no issues. And then, Level 5. Let me explain this demon of a level. Your primary goals are to defeat the army attacking our boy Ajax, then send the campaign's main hero Arkantos to Ajax's base and destroy all the enemy base's military buildings. The order of the last two don't matter, but you have to save Ajax to activate the win conditions. There are so many ways to lose this, and I saw most if not all of them.
I don't think there's much to that. I definitely don't fail it first time. I will beat this level today. I'm not quitting until I do.
Even if you don't lose any men defeating the army at the beginning, there is another army waiting inside the base. The town center can defend itself with arrows at point-blank range, and the fortress is close enough to also shoot you while your men are taking down the town center and fighting the enemy units. Even if you assign your soldiers perfectly to the right units and buildings, it's really difficult.
This is painful.
Each military building that you destroy spawns 3 more soldiers, which can really easily turn the tide, so you need to destroy all the buildings at the same time. On top of that, the buildings will train new units while you're attacking, and there are soldiers hidden further back in the base that you also need to distract. Your chances of breaking through the base are a lot higher if you have Arkantos with you. His ability buffs the soldiers around him and speeds up the siege process, while also being an extra body to absorb attacks. But if he dies, you won't be able to complete the level, since it has to be him that goes to Ajax's base.
Please, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me.
A hero has fallen.
I think I know what to do. Okay, that's GG. Alright, what was the problem? It's just so many.
If you try sending Arkantos to the base first and sending him back to help, he will be intercepted by a surprise enemy squadron. Whoa! Who are these? Who are these guys? What the hell? This all needs to be done with a total of 16 soldiers, as well as your 2 heroes, Arkantos, who you can't afford to lose, and Odysseus, who does essentially no damage to buildings. While there are variations of this speedrun, the goals and challenges remain the same.
It's not like it's a slow time or a quick time problem, it's like completion or not. So if I'm going to be able to speedrun this at all within a week, I need to have this level down. Last try. I lied. I am doing one more. That was painful. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
Finally, after 2 hours and 30-ish attempts, I got it once.
We got it. We have a winning strategy.
Day 1 was a wake-up call for sure. I originally anticipated needing 4 days of studying and practice and having the weekend for full run-throughs. At the end of this 5-hour stream, I had barely completed the first 5 missions, with 27 remaining, 20 of which I hadn't played since 2010. So, the pressure was on to make real progress if I was to have any chance of getting a full run in.
I don't think I'll struggle on any level in the next 5 as hard as this one.
I do wonder about this island with this one monkey on it.
What's he doing here?
I went into day 2 in a good mood. Decided to quickly run through the levels from day 1 to make sure I could still do them consistently.
Do it one more time.
Got stuck on level 3.
One more try.
Again. Beat it. Again. And then this happened.
This one took me over 2 hours yesterday. I'm going to be trying to do it now in 4 minutes. First try.
Let's regroup at your camp, Ajax.
Yeah. Are you serious? Do I have to do this level again for another 2 hours? It goes. And now we win. Okay.
I ended up getting it quicker than before, but I needed to be sure I could consistently do it, so I buckled up and jumped back in.
I am baffled by what I'm looking at.
Little by little, I was losing my mind though.
You're attacking a sheep.
Enough was enough.
I have to move on. I have to try other levels.
It was time to make progress. Level 6 was another case of a level where I should have probably checked the other runs before trying to emulate the world record strat. I did, however, succeed in finding every possible way to fail the mission.
This is more of a challenge than I expected it to be. Level 5 has been a problem. Level 6 has been a problem.
I climbed over the first wall, level 5, only to be met with another one right behind it. The level 6 world record relies entirely on another god power to enable the run, Underworld Passage. In my opinion, the most broken god power that has relevance to speedrunning, and it allows you to teleport your entire army from one location to another, as long as you have vision of that area. There's also an Egyptian variant of this, but we'll get to that later. In order for this to work, you need to build an upgraded tower so that it provides enough line of sight to place the Underworld Passage within the enemy base. There is exactly one spot where this works, and being off by even pixels will mean it won't reach. Building the tower isn't enough, as if it's destroyed, you also lose the line of sight. This is difficult to time, because the enemy has an army stationed nearby that patrols the area. Here's a clip where the tower is destroyed in the exact second that I place the passage down.
So that tower just got destroyed because I placed it too early, I guess.
At this point, you can see it really starting to get to me. I've played for around 10 hours over 2 days, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through the campaign.
What the fuck, man? I need to crack this level. I need to. Wait, my villagers didn't go through. No! Oh my gosh. Oh, and the hoplites go through. Oh, 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 oh.
A hero has fallen.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Eventually, I found a strat that is much easier and only loses me a couple of minutes. Most importantly, it's super consistent. We move. But before I could make further progress, I faced a very serious real-life problem that affects the majority of speedrunners.
So, break took a little longer than expected because I farted and almost followed through. So I had to go deal with that real quick. Okay.
I got to level 7 first try and moved on to level 8.
Okay, fine. This is simple. I kind of feel like we first tried this. This feels like a lost cause, to be honest.
Level 8 is another level reliant on the Underworld Passage, and this one is also really tricky to get quickly. My 4th attempt ended up winning, but it came down to a single hit from a single unit who died in the same second that he destroyed the fortress. So, not quite consistent either. Level 9 was also super free, so on to level 10. Level 10 is basically a walk to the goal mission, where your main lose condition is getting trapped by the sheer numbers of enemy units. The world record holder described it like this, but I believed I could prove him wrong. My first attempt went immediately wrong because I couldn't find the path in the dark and got lost and then got trapped. But because I'm a god gamer, I learned from my mistakes.
I guarantee I second tried this. Watch. It was like down here. If I remember correctly. Oh, I didn't. This is where I lost last time. Oh, I'm so dumb. Oh no! Attempt 3. The one. Watch and learn, baby. If Chiron dies here, I cry. Chiron dies here, I cry.
In the end though, it only took me a few tries and I moved on.
Yeah, when he said it was really difficult, me, as an experienced non-speedrunner, thought that he, an experienced speedrunner, was probably wrong. It turns out, I was wrong. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thought? Fuck me, man. I didn't think that bit at the end would be as tough as it was. Okay.
Level 11 is another example of a level that requires pretty much no skill to beat. It falls into the digging category of missions, which just requires tasking your villagers to dig something up, and you can just sit back and wait. There's really no way to mess this one up.
Speedrun master, baby.
On to level 12.
What? What? This is the only speedrun on this level. The only submission. And he says, oh dear lord. Getting the army away from the Guardian is horrible. Getting the Guardian to actually get teleported is awful. The AI's pathfinding to get to the Guardian is awful. Full stop, it's awful. So it sounds difficult. Use the word awful 3 times, horrible once, and also a big fat oh dear lord. I am a bit concerned. Alright, fine, I think I do this first try.
Has fallen.
Yeah, shit, we lost. We try one more time. One more time. Man.
Yeah. If you didn't get it from the world record holder's comments, and the fact that I didn't beat it in my first 20 tries, level 12 is a disaster to speedrun, and I hated every moment of it. Apart from this one.
You see the name of the pharaoh?
A hero has fallen.
Why is it Baba Joe? What the f is that? That's not the name of an Egyptian pharaoh.
A hero has
Why is this? Okay, yeah, we died, but why is the name of my pharaoh Baba Joe? Is that gonna happen every time?
I failed about 10 more times and decided to come back to it the next day.
I've been live for 6 hours. Day 2, made it about a third of the way through. Am I live? Hello? Hello? Am I live? I'm live! Let's go!
For God's
First time.
Fueled by my progress on day 2, I felt positive about day 3. But level 12 quickly reminded me of the challenge I was dealing with. The goal here is simple. Bring the sword bearer through the enemy base to the Guardian in order to awaken him, and destroy the rampaging army located on the other side of the map. This is where we use the Egyptian variant of the Underworld passage, Shifting Sands, to teleport the Guardian closer to the army to finish the level as quickly as possible. Easier said than done. Much, much easier said than done. In order to bring the sword bearers to the Guardian, you need to distract the massive enemy army patrolling the base, with the main Egyptian hero Amanra's special attack that allows her to jump over walls. While they're distracted, you need to bust through the first wall, which alerts the enemy forces immediately, and then push through to the second wall that guards the Guardian. You could call this wall the Guardian. If the sword bearers die, you lose. If the enemies flank your catapults, which they never fail to do, you won't break through the second wall, and if you manage to get past all of that, there's more. Assuming you successfully awaken the Guardian and teleport him to the rampaging army's location, the army is so set on destroying the villagers in their path that they mostly ignore the Guardian even while he's cutting them down, and just run past. In order to prevent this, you need to teleport some villagers along with him to build walls to stop the army from advancing, which allows the Guardian to win the mission for you. Even having got this far, I found ways to get it wrong. Yep, even though walls are about as cheap as it gets, I sent all of my villagers over with a total of 24 gold, which is enough for about half a wall.
They can't make the wall.
Why?
Yeah, I wasn't happy. Eventually I got it, but it was further behind world record than any of my other attempts, and although I cut it down for your viewing pleasure, I had over 40 attempts before getting one successful run.
Victory is mine. Onwards we move.
Level 13 was free, level 14 is my world record level, and level 15 was simple too.
Nice.
I beat level 16 first try.
Woo! He dies 2 seconds later. Let's go. Why don't we win?
Oh, actually, I didn't, because I forgot about the mission you have to complete first. Second try was a success though.
Let's go.
Then I got to level 17.
What? How did you just teleport? The hell? And it just teleports.
I had no idea what I was looking at, since before starting this challenge, I hadn't seen any of the glitches before. Level 17 is entirely reliant on the boat glitch. By far the most difficult glitch to pull off, It allows you to instantly drop off the passengers of the sea transport unit at any coast of your choice, as long as it is completely blocked into its location. This took a bit of trial and error, as well as the worry that it might yet again be a glitch that doesn't work on my game version, but eventually I got it.
Let's go! Nice.
Level 18 is another digging level, so nothing to say here. Level 19 is the only other boat glitch level, and it's basically the harder version of the previous one. The glitch itself is much harder since instead of having a fleet of boats, you have to block your transport ship into a corner with only one boat. This took me a good 10-15 minutes to finally get, but get it I did.
Lovely. Come on. Let's go. First try.
Level 20 is quite finicky. You have to transport these carts to your goal, but the main issue is that your opponent can gain possession of them by having units, towers, or even walls near them.
What? How is this still red? I'm not losing this piece.
As soon as you lose sight of a cart, it gets teleported behind an enemy wall, and the run is over.
Okay, just go, just go, just go, just go.
However, it wasn't a huge problem, and we moved on. At this point, I'm making great progress, and I'm so confident that even with 12 missions to go, I say this.
You know what? Goal is podium. Top 3 in the world. Full game.
I'm not sure why I called it so early, but we move. I had a lot of fun with level 21, a mission where all of your soldiers, including the main characters, have been transformed into pigs.
They're all pigs.
A villager! Don't let him get me!
I love this. Okay, come on, pigs. Come on, pigs. How many pigs we got? 22.
Not much challenge to it though, and I got it first time.
Done and dusted, baby.
Level 22, however, is no joke to speedrun. You have to destroy 3 temples on completely different parts of the map, and each one requires a different strat to enable. By far the toughest challenge I've had since the Guardian level, but I think the montage tells the story well enough.
Let's go. Oh my god.
Okay, that was crucial. Level 23 was no problem. I got level 24 first try, another level where it's more about optimizing your speed than worrying about failing. Level 25 is a little tougher, but within a few attempts I felt confident about it. I ended day 3 feeling great. I had made more progress than in the first 2 days combined and went into the next stream feeling pumped. By the way, if you're enjoying the video, I'd really appreciate you letting me know by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Between recording, editing and post-production as a one-man unit, this took upwards of 75 hours to put together, so you taking 3 seconds out of your day to click that little red button would mean the world to me. Thanks. On with the video. Day 5 comes after day 3, because I took Thursday off and it's easier to match it to the weekdays, blah blah blah. It's day 5, alright? Any questions? Good. Level 26 was simple enough, as were 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. Yeah, as in the rest of the entire campaign.
That's the campaign. 4 days.
I decided to spend the rest of stream doing a test run of the Greek campaign, as in the first 10 levels. The Greek campaign contains the notorious level 5, as well as level 8, both levels that I hadn't found a consistent solution for. My run was cut short, as expected, by level 5,
And this is the worst one in the whole campaign to speedrun, I swear.
which I only beat with this bizarre run where I had destroyed all the buildings except for 3, which were each 1 or 2 hits away from being destroyed. In true speedrunner fashion, I adapted, improvised and overcame by training Hercules from the town center and sending him on a desperate mission.
Consistent run winner.
I then continued to fail level 8, also as expected. Took a break, restarted the run and got level 5 3 times in a row. To cement my victory, I tried it again and failed it 3 times in a row, then won twice in a row. Still pretty on and off, but there were other levels to practice. I still hadn't got level 8 consistently, and I hadn't completed it cleanly at all. All in all, day 5 was good. I completed the campaign and practiced 2 of the hardest levels. Day 6 arrived, and I decided to go for another Greek campaign run. My thought process was that if I did somehow make it through without issues, I could potentially be onto a full game run. My first attempt was cut short by encountering an issue I wasn't even aware existed in level 8. No room to unload. Turns out, if there isn't enough space around the underworld passage, the units just get spit back out instead of going through. This was concerning because it was down to a matter of pixels and I wasn't sure which placement resulted in this problem. I failed my next attempt and ran into the unload issue immediately afterwards. I then managed to pull a win out of nowhere, and my most comfortable win at that.
Huge.
I moved on to the Egyptian campaign and met my old enemy level 12, the Guardian level. After 40 minutes of failures, I finally got it and moved on. After that, it was all smooth sailing until the second boat glitch level. You know, boats, sailing, smooth. Anyway, you're watching this at 20 times speed because it took me 6 minutes to get it. 6 fucking minutes for a 2-minute level which has no alternative skip. Finally, I got it and tried it again to be sure.
Let's first time this. Okay, and bing, bang. Ah. I know this is it. Let's go.
After that, I called it a day and got some sleep in preparation for the final day.
We've been grinding Age of Mythology all week. Going through every single level, finding every single problem. Today is the day we try and prove that hard work pays off. Let's see how it works out. We're going for a top 5 world record speedrun. Is it doable? Yes. Is it tricky?
Yes.
Does anyone know what's going to happen? No. Let's get into it.
Well, that didn't take long. I managed to fail level 2 in my first attempt, a level I didn't even know could be failed. Levels 3 to 7 went without a hitch, and I was buzzing about getting level 5 first try.
Let's go! First try!
Level 8 held me back though. Not once, not twice, not thrice. Actually, it was just thrice. I got it the next time, but it was a warning and I didn't ignore it.
Okay.
I turned off the timer and decided to grind out all potential obstacles one final time until I felt ready to go for a run.
This mission, man, seriously. What a waste of my time. Let's go!
The Guardian level went without a hitch.
This is the most difficult glitch, I think, in the game.
The bolt glitch took a few minutes, but was still quicker than my previous attempts.
Is this it?
A pirate
Uh,
our homes. We will help you defeat him.
I only found out what happens when you lose a cart in this mission on the final day, so yeah, also a bit scary.
I lost a guy. I lost a piece.
An Osiris piece has been stolen.
Oh, Jesus. How do I get here?
Level 22 was the final challenge, and I didn't anticipate any issues with the last missions.
This is it. The moment we've all been waiting for. Primarily me. We will be speedrunning the full game. If I make mistakes, I will not restart the timer. Anything happens, you don't restart, you just keep going. You do the level until you get it, whatever. But I think I've prepared myself as much as I can. I'm just going to go for it. I think we're going to go for a full run. I'm a bit nervous. Let's get it going. This is what this week's all been about. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
The run started off better than I could have imagined. It was like it was meant to be.
Let's go. Let's go.
I first tried level 5, my age-old enemy.
Let's go. Woo, baby. First try. So already this has the potential to be the run.
Level 8 went perfectly.
It's 2, baby. Let's go. That is so good. That is the quickest I've ever done any part of this whole campaign.
In fact, by the end of the first 10 missions, I was on track for a top 3 world record placement.
Oh, I'm feeling really good about this run.
Even though I was only an hour into the run, I had already been streaming for 4 hours, so I decided to take breaks where I could, since it would be at least another 2 to 3 hours. Thank God for the digging levels.
Speedrunning taken to the extreme, baby. Is this content? Is this content? Am I a speedrunner? Woo! Who else is feeling excited about digging? What a speedrun, baby! This is content. This is speedrunning. I'm a speedrunner. Look at me, speedrun. I could speedrun how quick, how many almonds I could eat in a minute. Probably 20 almonds. Maybe 30 at a push. Back in the driving seat, baby.
The perfect run continued. I first tried the horrible level 12.
I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing. Let's go! First time, baby! We first timed every single difficult level that we had.
I had no issues on the rest of the Egyptian campaign.
Let's go!
Cheers! I was blessed with another digging level at level 18 and made the most of my time yet again.
I'll take the bin out real quick, yeah? Don't believe me, I got it. Take the bin out real quick, see you in a minute. Back, anything happen? Well, the bin's been taken, so I made some progress in real life as well. I wouldn't say it was like world record bin time, but if I had improved like the door opening and also opening the bin, I dropped off the bag. It was a really clean bag drop, so I think I didn't lose any time there. I could be on track for a world record speedrun on dropping the bin off.
We reached level 19, the boat skip level of my nightmares, the least reliable glitch in the game. The perfect run could all be for nothing if I messed this one up.
Get it first time? No way. No way. This is the run. I swear. Everything that could ever have been more difficult, it was just like perfect. I don't even know how to describe the luck in this run. It's insane. That's incredible. I've never got it first time.
Level 20 with its unreliable carts managed to be the most stressful level of the run so far.
No. There's no way we lose this. No. What the fuck? There's like no other units here. Oh. Yeah, that's the spooky bit about this level. Okay, we gotta get this. Okay, this is a bit spooky. I'm not sure if we make it.
No, man.
It's so close, it's so close.
Eventually though, I did get it, keeping my perfect streak.
Let's go!
Level 21, the pig level, went down first try, and I moved into the final third of the campaign on the best possible run I could have hoped for. Nothing could stand in my way now, right?
Oh shit, they're here. Oh shit. Okay, we gotta restart.
I didn't get it first try, or even second try. As you can see, I was getting really stressed. I didn't have time to do another full run, and I could easily be on this level for upwards of 30 minutes if I didn't get it right. My third try was like nothing I'd ever seen. My final soldier at the final temple was frozen to death with only one hit remaining to win the level.
And he dies with it 4!
Luckily, I had troops on the other side of the map who came over to finish the job, but it lost me an extra 2 minutes and I had now lost 20 minutes overall. And it turns out I was right to be stressed. This was my biggest time loss by far, and my hopes of making top 3 were gone. Nevertheless, I soldiered on. It was a great run apart from that, and I was really close to finishing it. Level 23 gave me a scare, because while I was out with my army trying to get a quicker finish by destroying the whole enemy base, some ninja trolls destroyed part of the forge that you have to keep safe in order to win the level.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
For a moment, I thought I had to restart this level too, but it turned out that losing one part of the forge isn't enough to fail the mission, so onwards I went.
Nice.
Level 24 went fine, 25 was no issue, as well as 26, 27, 28,
Let's go.
29,
This. Oh, we would win that fight.
30,
Right, let's go. Okay, 2 more missions. Oh my
God.
and 31.
Let's go. One more.
Finally, on the final day, I arrived at the final level. I've never seen someone fail this mission, and I had no intention of being the first. To win the final mission, you need to build a wonder. Turn Arcantos into a god, and kill the living Poseidon statue. Partly due to my excitement about finally finishing,
If I lose now,
and
I
partly
will-
due to not knowing it could actually be failed,
You're gonna
I somehow
die?
misplayed, sending Arcantos into enemy lines before I had access to the god power, which meant he took way too much damage before getting into the final battle.
Wait.
He died. What the f? I have to restart. I've never seen that before. I didn't even know he could die.
The headphones came off, and I went full gamer mode to finally finish the level off.
No!
4 out. It's 420. You can't write it. You can't write this. That's game, baby. 4th place in the world. Let's go. We did it. God damn. Well, this is gonna become a really sick YouTube video.